Alright, I just wanted to make an update video on the truck. I haven't filmed anything for it in a little while, and actually a lot has changed since the last video. The last video was just the frame, and I was getting ready to box in the frame. Well, I did box in the frame, that was the last video. And I got really busy working on the truck and didn't really take the time to video much of anything other than getting the cab ready for brakes. The brake pedal and master cylinder. And then I realized to set that up I needed the cab on the frame and the motor in the frame so that I could make sure everything was going to line up, nothing was going to be in the way and that sort of thing. So I did a ton of work to get the motor ready to put back in the frame. Of course, I boxed in the frame, finished all the metal replacement on the cab, which I still have to do some touch-ups because as I was messing with the cab, it flexed a lot and some of my welds popped. Halfway through restoring the cab part, I got a new welder, so some of the old welds popped and I have to go back and fix those up. All the outside skin and everything is good, just some of the hidden welds and spot welds and stuff I need to go back and fix up, and I'll show you one of the major ones as we look at the cab. I just wanted to show all the things that I've gotten done since the last video. So obviously the cab's on the frame. One place that it flexed and popped was this foot right here. These two spot welds didn't hold at all. Yeah, so I have to do those. I got this plate here because I obviously want to make sure my transmission and all wasn't gonna protrude any higher than that, and it clears. It's all good. Yeah, I threw my steering wheel in just for fun. I have part of the mount right there. It's right there, but I don't have the lower half, so it's just kind of hanging out there. There's my radiator chilling there. And here's my motor. So I think I showed it off in the last video, and I know it didn't look anything like this. It looked terrible, and I still got a bunch of work to do to it. But what happened was I stripped it down, I took the valve covers off, and as I was taking those off, I took the intake off. Cat's hanging out with us. I took the intake off and it came out fine except for this bolt right here. That bolt snapped, and so what was going to be, a 2-day project turned into an all-week project because it took me all day to get this bolt drilled out, retapped, and luckily it's on the end. The bolt actually goes all the way through to the bottom, so it could have been a whole lot worse. But anyway, I took this off, cleaned it up, clear coated it, came back and did a little detail in there, did the numbers in black and that in black just for fun, and then I clear coated it so it wouldn't corrode as bad as it was before. And then obviously new gaskets all the way around for that thing. Then I took the valve covers off and I cleaned them up, and I didn't polish them. I just kind of cleaned them up. I wanted the raw look. I didn't want them crazy shiny because nothing on this truck's going to be like crazy show car style. It's just going to be a purdied up farm truck, I guess you could say. But yeah, so I took and cleaned it up, and I painted these red in here. And I was thinking about doing something on top of this. I haven't decided what yet. Maybe black. My original idea was to sand it back down to the aluminum so it would be silver. And get the cat out of the way. Yeah, my original idea was to make these silver by sanding it back down, all the top and everything, but I like it pretty solid, so I'm gonna leave it. And while I'm talking about it, these things are cool, but it seems like they rust and then it gets into like the filter, which shouldn't hurt it, but it just doesn't look good. So I don't know if I might replace these at some point, but obviously the truck's not even running right now. So yeah, I still got a bunch to do this. I cleaned up the block decently and then painted it Ford blue. The dirt daubers are coming back, so I'm going to have to plug up all these holes so they don't nest down in anywhere. I got more parts for it that I'm waiting to put on. But yeah, so the paint that I used was Rust-Oleum's engine paint, just 500 degree paint. And the blue is Ford blue. The red is actually called Ford red. And then the clear coat was also Rust-Oleum. It turned out super good. It was super easy to use. I do recommend doing the method where you get a bucket of warm water and let the can sit in there for a little bit before you spray. It helps it go down really good, especially with the clear coat. I didn't have any orange peel anywhere, so it looks good. And then you can see the boxed in frame, still looking good. It's holding up. It actually did stiffen up the frame good, so I'm happy with that. Front tires don't hold any air. And yeah, cab's sitting there. So what I have to do on the cab still is, for one, I need to clean up all this surface rust and fix some of those welds that popped. Over on the passenger side, right here, I have to fix this gutter. It's just separating, and all I gotta do is knock it in just a little bit there, weld that up, and it's good to go. And then pretty much this cab's gonna sit, or the whole deal's gonna sit for a little while I work on the doors. That's my next thing. I'm working on the doors, getting those ready to go onto the cab. Once that's all done, my plan is to get this thing, do the body work on this thing, and get it looking decent and get it in primer inside and out. And then after that, my plan is to get a new steering column. I want to get something that still looks old school but has like a tilt column. And I'm getting the Toyota hydraulic pump kit for this thing. I've got to get disc brakes for the front. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get a new wiring harness for the motor because the one that I had to jerry rig like crazy to get the motor to run. So I just want to replace it and get a fresh one, clean one. And yeah, so, and also the brakes. Last time I started to try to film was doing this part here. So as you can see, this ridge goes down the cab, and basically what I did was I cut out here and then flattened it, so I get this big flat surface. This is where my pedal lands on the inside. And then I used welding rod, TIG rod, and filled in this gap here, welded that up, and that worked good. What I didn't realize at the time was my Willwood pedal, it sits like the triangle. The diamond is like long ways up and down, but the actual master cylinder is across, and they make an adapter for the pedal that I got to the master cylinder that I want to get. And so I might have to actually widen it a little bit more this way and a little bit this way. I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked at it. I have the kit. I just haven't thrown that up there yet. There's my steering column. That's the original color of the truck. It was supposedly some kind of green color, almost like a teal, but silver at the same time. I'm not really sure. I can't remember the name of it now, but that was the original color of the truck. This was the original color that I wanted to do on the truck. I just got a cheap can of Rust-Oleum and sprayed half the cab and the dash just to see what it looked like, and I've already changed my mind like 10 times as to what I want to do. But yeah, the truck sits really good. I'm happy with it. The cab mounts that I got are adjustable. I'll show you this. And they're already rusting under there too. I need to coat those, but yeah. So this is aluminum, but that piece is steel. But you can adjust the height of the cab, and the reason I wanted those is because I see way too many trucks that are sitting wonky, and I wanted to be able to have that adjustability, and I got those at mid 50. I'm looking forward to getting her running. Um, the last month, this is March, and well, actually, I take that back. It's actually April now. Um, there's so many things going on in the world right now, and I've been working, I've been busy. But yeah, March was a crazy month for me just personally, and I haven't touched the truck or anything in a while. I tried to a few times, but just haven't had the motivation to do much of anything. But I am getting back to it now. Today I spent the day helping Dad work on his Model A. I plan to get some video of that at some point too. And also, we're about to do an engine swap on this Dart here, which, as you notice on the channel, is part of the artwork. The Dart and this truck together. But yeah, it had a 318 wide block, which took up way too much room in that thing. It worked, but it took up way too much room. So yeah, we're gonna put a Magnum 318 in here, and I'm not sure when that's gonna happen, but definitely get some videos of this thing. It's gonna be a cool ride. So yeah, I definitely plan on getting some more stuff done soon. I'm gonna work on the doors a little bit here and there. I need to roll this truck, like I said, over to where my welder is and work on it. Get some welds touched up, get the paint touched up, or I should say the bare metal protected. And then I'm gonna get the doors done and get this thing kind of together a little bit more. The other thing I need to do is put my inner fenders on and figure out where the mounts for those reattach to the firewall, because I haven't put those back on yet. I took them off the original firewall, but I haven't put them back on the new firewall yet. So that's just, there's a bunch of little stuff to do and a bunch of big stuff to do. But as soon as I get all this metal work done on the cab, I'm moving on to getting this thing driving. As soon as it's, drivable, can move under its own power, I will finish the rest of the bodywork, the rest of the front clip, and the last thing I'll do is the bed and the rear fenders. That's my goal. And obviously after that, all the little stuff like details and paint, obviously that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys like the update on the truck. I got a ton done without ever recording for it and getting you guys any video, but that's what I'm making this video for, to show you the motor and the cab being on the frame and all that. Hopefully I'll get a new video out soon. So yeah, we'll see you guys then.